Hey concrete friends, welcome to the Joy of Concrete. I think we got this. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at that stack. I'm Mr. Concrete, and I haven't posted a video in a long time. I'm sorry, I apologize. Things have been a little bit weird. In a long time. Weird. I've discovered a new, and I think things are going to be okay. Okay. I've had some time to reflect, and I've made some realizations, grand realizations. Number one, there's not enough love in the world. Number two, I love concrete, and I hope you can too. Meet the star of our show, the most magical mix, gray matter. I'm going to dump it out right onto the table, and we're going to work with gray matter today. Why do I call it gray matter and not just concrete? This mix was developed for making art, for making sculpture, for making beautiful things.
If I love concrete so much, maybe someone else does too. I'm just going to measure a lump of concrete for us.
Gray matter, our special concrete. And you know what? There's a lot of people that have a lot of things to say about gray matter in the comment section. And I see you, I hear you, I read your comments. I sometimes respond to them. Number one, lots of people say there's no gravel and no sand. This is just cement. And I want to assure you there is gravel and sand in here. There's a chunk of gravel.
Through here go Tink.
Sinks to the bottom right now. There's gravel in there. And there is sand. It's a very fine sand. And it mixes in with the... there's more gravel. Look. And there's hemp fiber too, which would also count as an aggregate. But yeah, cement, aggregate, sand, there's stuff. And then there's magic stuff in here too. But yeah, so this is a conventional concrete mix. It's designed to be super strong and very user-friendly for the making of art process. The other star of the show, Sriracha water. Here we go. We're just gonna start mixing, mix it up. Sriracha water. Putty knife. I'm just gonna pull it in here. Getting back to that pasta dough style of mixing. I kind of jump around from technique to technique of how I like to work with concrete, but you know what? The pasta dough style is relaxing. So I would, you know what? You do this. You know what you do? So other people, I saw someone in the comments say, that's so messy. Horses, I think your name was. And I remember your story because I remember thinking, it's not that messy, but I guess maybe your partner knows you better than I, and maybe you would make a very big mess, but you don't have to make a huge mess. And I'm not sure why my video convinced you that it's got to be so messy. What I'm doing right now, I'm keeping everything that I'm going to do right now contained into the area of like a cafeteria tray, like a tray, like an old like TV tray. You get like a little TV tray, and that could be your work area. It's Corey's work area, or whoever you are. Picture you being a Corey, guy or gal. I guess I don't know. Here we go. Just Corey. We'll leave it at that. But Corey, you don't have to make a big mess. Keep it clean. Gray matter, star of the show. It's relaxing to mix with your hands. If you've got a tray, a cafeteria tray, or any sort of whatever, I'm working on a piece of plastic. You could put a piece of plastic onto a table and work on that. And then when you're done, you could roll up the plastic and wipe it down and use it again next time. But you could use a surface. You could do this in your kitchen and just put a piece of plastic down. And then, you know, I know people get down on plastics and are like, plastics stink. And I agree. There's lots of plastics that stink in the world. And like single-use plastic, that's no good. But I'm not suggesting using your plastic once. I'm suggesting use your plastic for what plastic is made for, is like lasting forever. And like if plastic is going to last forever and ever, number one, we should probably be producing less plastic. But number two, use it for something that's like, oh, I actually want this surface or this piece of plastic to last forever, because then I never have to buy another one of these again. So maybe in that case, it could be a good thing. But in general, too many bags and straws and little cups. I collect them. All the bags, all the cups. I understand. Sometimes I'm kind of like, I get the feeling like I should like, if I see a really nice plastic something, takeout container or whatever in a garbage can, for a split second, I'm like, should I grab that quick? Should I grab that? Because I know like, yeah, it could get recycled, but plastic recycling actually kind of sucks. There's not too many places that are really great at it, and it's still fraught with lots of like energy consumption, and like it consumes resources. Recycling plastic consumes resources. And if I can just grab that plastic and reuse it for something awesome, well, geez, then we're ahead of the game, right? No, I guess I shouldn't. I think I would embarrass the people around me, if I started pulling plastic out of the garbage. Like, I'm going to take this home. I'm going to rinse this out at home and use it for something. Especially now, during COVID times, which there's probably been quite a big increase in the use of single-use plastics during a time like this. We're worried about getting something, not much reusing. You basically want to use stuff once and be like, okay, get rid of it. Here we go. Look at that. So that's the magic of gray matter. I was talking about something unrelated to gray matter, but I think we got this. Here we go. 7 minutes in. 7 minutes and 54 seconds, but I'm going to edit this video down as much as I can, but then I also will make clips and make portions of it longer. I'm not really sure who I'm trying to please other than myself, but that is probably one of the number one comments I see in the comment section. There's somebody, I think that was your name, I don't remember. But I remember your story, and someone called me like a blabbermouth or something. What did somebody call me? Something about talking too much. It made me feel bad. So you win, whoever you are. Yeah, sorry that I talk too much. I guess you don't like me. That's fine. But I skipped minute 9 if you don't want any blibber blabber. Get to the good stuff. Good free stuff. It's free. You can watch the video for free, guy. And if you want to leave a comment that's uplifting, you could do that, but you don't have to be like, video's too long. And whatever, I can make videos whatever length I want. It's my choice. And if you want to light me up in the comments, you can. It's your choice. Because those are kind of my favorite. If you want to cheer me up, leave a rude comment, but misspell stuff in it that makes you look like a dope, and then that'll cheer up my day. Because I think that's funny. When someone's trying to unleash a big old insult and they don't even really know what they're talking about. So, you know what? Okay, I got my blue. You know what? I'm just talking, my blibber blabber, blathering away, and I forgot to tell you what I was planning. I measured out pigments. I've been digging into these pigments and just freestyling. I just like freestyling it. I just like freestyle. I just like freestyle. I just like freestyling it. I can build formulas. I can track what I'm doing, and you can track what you're doing too. If you want to track your colors, you can track your colors. by like being very meticulous with your measurements. But from my experience, there's not that many meticulous people out in the world. Some people are meticulous about very specific things, but it's usually only things they like. I like concrete, so I can be meticulous and track a color formula. Well, we better hurry up. So gray matter can actually set up on you if you slow plan it. So keep moving. That is one of the challenges if you're gonna slow play move like I'm doing. It could set up on you. So keep an eye on your concretes. And if you're planning something big, get a friend. Maybe you need a friend. Another set of hands, a partner. Humans can do wonderful things through partnership. Have I ever talked to you? Do you want to hear about the power of partnerships? Have I ever talked to you about partnerships and how valuable they are to society in general? To everyone. Just partners, being partners. And we don't have to define what that partnership looks like, but just having another friend in the world and being like, hey, you want to do this with me? And the friend's like, yeah, I do. And I promise you, if that's how you operate, you will get things done, greater things done than if you were to work alone. I promise you. Find a partner. Just for something. Find a partner to do a concrete thing with and be like, I want to make this thing together with you. You want to make it with me? It'll be fun. What else are you going to do? Is anyone in their home, in a spot they can't leave? Is anyone in a spot they can't leave? I mean, they're not even allowed to see very many people? Okay. Well, if you could see someone virtually, you could do this virtually. Just get your camera up on a little thing so it just shows your hands and you and your partner work virtually. You don't even have to be working on the same thing. You're just there with each other, making something, vibing. You know? This color is going to be very subtle. I was hoping for like a peach. I'm just squeezing this together. This is like a nice dough. Oh, still good. Okay, I'm into this. This is like a rose, peach, something. Woo! Got a little bit of a silly putty vibe. Now we got our last big old lump. The lump is limp, lonely, and needed a shove. Here we go. Soften this lump up. Ooh, got some stretch to it. That's good. That's a good sign. You need that. That's the glutes in there. I'm just kidding. Gluten-free. Unless hemp fiber has gluten in it. I don't think it does, though. No, totally gluten-free. No worries. No glutes, but like artificial glutes. Things that are a plasticizer. Plastic can be what do you call an adjective? Is that an adjective? Something that you describe something else. Plastic can be a property. And so we want to increase the plastic properties. That's one of the magics of gray matter, that it has additives in it that increase its plasticity, which makes it more workable. Oh, buddy. Here we go. Okay, I got to pick a color. I haven't picked a color. Oh, mama. Let's go like that. And this will be, let's get that black in there. One more. Whatever it is. We might even leave this half. We'll go half mixed even. So we'll get that in there. I'll hydrate it a bit. I'm not gonna go all the way with it. I'm gonna fold that. I'm gonna press that in there. You ever make cinnamon rolls? Like a cinnamon bun? You like roll up cinnamon and sugar in the dough, and it kind of just chills in there. That's what I'm doing. I rolled up the good stuff. I'm trying to get the pigments to hydrate, but not get too blendy. With a little water. Oh no, where's my big, oh, phew. Oh, look at this. Magic putty knife. Bust section. Put like super tons of concrete enchantments I've done on this. Look at this handle, all enchanted. This is enchantment. This is an enchantment. That's one thing we don't talk about too much, but the reason I call this a magic mix is that I actually use it for a lot of enchantments, enchanted items, mythical items, primarily enchantments. Good for making magic items, really, honestly. What other concrete can do that? Who else boasts that their concrete can make mythical items? Okay, I'm just building this up. Building up, I don't know. Oh, got a big old lump here. No, I'm not gonna say it again, don't worry. Okay. We're okay. Get through. It's time. So I'm gonna look at this little mold. This is a mold we like to use at Concrete. It's a mold I made for you because I thought you'd like to use it, and it's little and it's pretty manageable, and you can make beautiful things. Oh yeah, look at that stack. Look at that tasty stack snack we made. Shred that a bit. Yum. Yum. Oh yeah, that's getting good, right? Push it in there. I'm really manually jamming these in this time. Just, I don't know. Sometimes I do it different. Sometimes. Look at that. Yeah. But you're allowed to. We gotta tap this in now. This is one of the other magic tricks of gray matter, is that you just tap it in. Oh, come on. I'm at 21 minutes. These stage lights are getting hot. I'm gonna wrap this up, one take. I'm almost to the place where I think we could live stream these, but I'm not 100% sure on how to live stream, and I'm not 100% sure if I can. I think I'd need other people to help me run a live stream, and I don't know if I can do this, record a video of me making concrete in front of someone. I like doing it secret by myself because it's my thing. It's my love thing. There's not enough love in the world, but I do love concrete. There we go. I love other things too, people. People in my life that I'm in love with. Different kinds of love. Okay, we still got some gray matter. It's still got some life to it. And I've got this weird kind of crystal looking mold. Give it a little mist. Well, a little mist of water. I'm gonna try. I kind of busted it up in a piece that looks like the crystal. I'm just going to jam it in like that. Tap it out. I don't know if that's going to turn out. A little more, huh? I'm sorry, the tapping part, this will speed up. We gotta speed up the tapping. I like doing these real time so you can see how long does it take to do what I'm doing. And how big of a mess did I make? Oh my goodness. You're so messy. You make a biggest mess. These molds are okay. I'm surprised the concrete actually comes out of them and doesn't just like tear in half. Put it over here. What else we got? I got another one of those. I've got a mold from our Easy Make kit. Kit, 25 bucks. I sell a kit. Everything to make everything. Concrete and a mold, and you just get to tiny try it. Tiny try it. You could do exactly what I'm doing. Well, this is getting maybe too kind of stiff. If I could remix it, it's going to turn totally ugly though. I might have a bit. I can maybe shake it back into life here. The wetter it is, I'm really playing with how wet this mix is because I'm trying to maintain as much of this veining, stratified looking strata as I can. And it's hard because if I wanted it to really flow and move and get down in there, I could have started with a wetter mix. I could have mixed these in containers. I would have used a totally different technique. But I'm doing what I'm doing. Trying something. There we go. Oh, we're close. 25 minutes. Should I just post it? Unedited, 25 minutes. I don't think I said anything too rude. I'm always worried. I'm like, what if you say something inappropriate? I'm trying not to say anything inappropriate. And if I did say anything inappropriate and I offended you, you can tell me. We can talk about it. But I think I was appropriate. Oh, I hope I was appropriate. I was. It seemed pretty harmless. Okay. This bit, you know what? I just want to see if I can get this to flatten just a bit. But I just kind of want it like this. I'm going to try something. Oh, those aren't going to bond. They might bond. Come on. Come on. One more time. There we go. Hey, concrete fans. It's me, Mr. Concrete. I'm back. I had a sleep. We've got some concrete and molds. Some of these turned out. Some of them did not. We'll talk about why they didn't turn out. And I've got a secret surprise. So keep watching. So let's just jump right into it. Let's start with what I think is going to be a win. We've got this old crystal mold. I did a YouTube review on this mold earlier, and it's a fun, cheap little mold that I found on Amazon. And let's see how it did. Now, let's keep in mind the mix we were working with was pretty dry. We were just trying to make this. We're trying to get some distinct coloration in here, and it might be a little voidier than what we're used to. But well, yeah. So that I like what's going on. I like what's going on right in there. But yeah, this has got more voids than I would like to see. But this was the second object that we poured. But this is nice. This kind of veining is really nice. This mold, because of it's so thin little kind of flimsy molds like this, work better with wetter mixes. If you watch the video, you'll notice that in the video I do the review for this mold, we're working with a very, very wet mix, and we see great success. With a dry mix, it's a mild success. This could be a fun little obstacle, and I don't know if you maybe play Dungeons and Dragons or some other tabletop gaming thing. Look at this. This is a cool little, this is magic rock or whatever. Spells. I don't know. Something. Put that aside. Put this mold aside. Thanks, mold. Where do I go? Do I do the failure? Do you want to see the mega fail? So if you recall last night, the mix was real dry. I was just jamming it in here, and it did not. It was setting up on me. I had started with not much water. Look at this. Whoa, that's for me. That's for me jamming pieces in here. It's a thin mold to begin with a very thin sidewall. This is another type of mold that you should probably only be using a thinned out mix. My mix, I was a bit of a concession because I was not intending to pour this mold. I was using leftovers. But let's see what we got. It might still look cool-ish, but this is kind of a failure too. But if you watch, I review, I do this mold, I do our kits. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this is the worst. Look at this. Look at this. What? Hole right through? Daylight? I see daylight. Or light, it's not daylight. I see light in a lot of spots. So this is pretty bad. This is what I would say one of the worst things I've ever made. It happens. Sometimes you make awful things. Some of it turned out a little bit. This mix was just way too dry. It was holding shape. This happened from me trying to push hard pieces of concrete down. I could have re-wet it, remixed it, made it more fluid, and it would have flowed in there. But I had already folded all the colors together. So had I done that, we would have ended up with just a mud green color, which we could have done. So we either could have had a mud green one that turned out nicely, or this kind of swirly cool colors, but really awful casting. Maybe I should have went with the mud green. But the mold, here it is. It will live to pour another day. Great little mold. Good for fun and experimenting, but yeah, make sure your mix is a little wetter. Watch one of my tutorials where I use the Easy Make kit. This comes from our Easy Make concrete making kit. $25, you get everything you need. You get the mold, you get little jars of concrete that I've already mixed pigment in too, so it's not that messy for you. And here's a nice casting. Here's a casting that turned out well. That's amazing. Here's a casting, garbage. But it was leftovers, so whatever. It was not my goal to be making one of those. Had I been trying to make one of those, I would have started off a little bit differently from the get-go. Let's get rid of these crumbs. Just wipe those into the garbage. And look, I cleaned up my mess. My plastic cleaned up. I'll be able to use this plastic again. Not too messy. And then we've got this. This is the main event. This is the one that I'm hoping turned out nicely. One of my favorite molds that we've got. So I'm just releasing, just moving my hands around the edge, gently releasing. Then I'm kind of folding the mold up and over and out. And there it is. Some good colors. Still a little voidier than I'd like to see. But you know what? I'm just kind of fresh back into the saddle right now. I think I probably talked too much in the video. It took too much time mixing. I was really loving the mixing though, but it's okay. I like the colors, but yeah. You know what? How about this? I promise next video I'll be better at this, and I'll show you something that turned out well. But something did turn out kind of interesting. You remember at the end of the video, I had that folded up chunk, that little bit? Look what I turned that into. Wah. Wah. So I got the old wet polisher out, and that chunk, that lump, I faceted the whole thing. Look at that. Look at those cool lines. So I've got this. We got one win out of everything. It wasn't the first thing I was trying to make, but I would still consider this a win. Maybe this is the title frame. I'm just like, where's the nicest shot here? That, like that. I like those lines. Unexpected win. Concrete gemstone. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. If you got any other questions, comments, I guess leave comments and questions. Like and subscribe. It's super helpful. And videos, and I appreciate videos. Details about our concrete mix that we work with, gray matter, detail, concrete.com, URL in a bunch of places. Thanks for watching. Hope you had as much fun as I did